Hey, what's happening, everybody? Jay Shockblast here, and check it out. We've got our next Civil War free roam. It is Crossbones from Civil War, and this is the new look of Brock Rumlow, and this is the classic Crossbones right here. And of course, if you're not familiar, Brock Rumlow, former SHIELD agent, is the man that becomes Crossbones, and he's got his big old rifle. So, we've discussed this before. Crossbones is an integral part of the Civil War movie, but he is also the man that was credited with the kill of Steve Rogers. We know that there's a lot to the story. You know, Steve wasn't actually, I don't know, there's a million things that happened as far as that story goes. And we know he wasn't the only one, but Crossbones' claim to fame is legitimately being the killer of Steve Rogers. Now, I guess this is an opportunity to take a character that looks pretty awesome. I mean, that's a pretty cool look, you gotta admit, and elevate him as a villain. It certainly did not work out for Batroc the Leaper, but I feel like if they do a good enough job with Crossbones in the movie, that a lot of people are gonna kind of catch on to him, because he's definitely got the look as a character. Batroc the Leaper, not so much. Kind of a corny character. That's why he was just a 2-bit hack of a character in Winter Soldier. I'm definitely interested. I really can't wait for this movie. Like, I'm kind of in Deadpool mode right now. This time, we're like 8 days away from Deadpool being out, but as soon as I'm through the first 3 or 4 times I see Deadpool in the theaters, I'm gonna start getting super hyped for Civil War. And I'm intrigued, because right now, the hype is all about, Stark versus, Rogers, Cap versus Iron Man. And we know that Crossbones is going to play a role, but how is he going to play a role? That's the question. Where in the movie? I can't imagine him being in there for too long, because you can't. It would just be tough to follow. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be really difficult to kind of keep your eyes on, the ongoing onslaught from the bad guys, and then the ongoing battle between, the two hero sides. So I'm just really intrigued. I kind of feel like he's going to be like a wild card kind of thing that just takes advantage of the situation and jumps in the middle. But ultimately, ooh. So this is what he would do in this situation. He would. Won't let me shoot her. I want to shoot her. Dang it. So yeah, man, it's crazy though, because like Civil War is going to be a huge moment in Marvel Cinematic history, and you're not featuring an enemy on the level of a Doctor Doom or a Thanos or Loki or there's so many like main villains, like Norman Osborn. Like I know why Norman Osborn isn't in it, but I'm just talking about like a Magneto. I'm just talking about like major villains. The major bad guy is a guy named Crossbones, which it's a kind of generic name. I mean, he's been around for a while. It's not like they named him this for the movie, but like in a million years, you wouldn't have really thought that this would be the character that would be like the main villain of the movie, So it'll be interesting to see again how he kind of factors in. I honestly, after the death of Captain America storyline, I can't honestly remember, him doing or being in very much more, and I don't really remember him before that either. So, it's intriguing and it's interesting, because, this is very much a character who will always be intertwined with Captain America lore. So, anyway, I really hope that this, is a great chance to elevate him as a character. I really feel like they do that really well with the cinematic universe. Um, there's so many amazing characters in the Marvel universe that it always helps to kind of bring them up and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I could see Crossbones potentially getting to the level of, say, a Bullseye I mean, Taskmaster goes back and forth, but like a Taskmaster, like those are kind of the type of, quote unquote bad guys that I would kind of label him in with, and they're B minus kind of characters. I mean, I don't know, they're definitely not A characters. But I feel like saying that they're C plus characters is probably rating them a bit low. So they're like B minus C plus type characters, and right now Crossbones is on the E list. He's like non-existent. Like he's not even on the D list. He's lower than that. So, but he's due for an elevation. I don't think he'll be, D list per se, but I don't really know like what level you really kind of put these guys at. But as it stands, he's only had one moment in his history that really anybody remembers. So the movie will be number 2. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed checking them out, and we'll see.